Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. Okay, so I don't know. I think I'll give it a little bit for y'all to pop on. I'm still doing my nails, just to show y'all how easy it is to do. This is like the best thing since they discovered Scentsy. I was gonna say sliced bread, but nah, girl. Scentsy is amazing, and that is exactly what I'm gonna talk about right now. So I know if you have Mikey from my shop, if you have him on Snap, I know a couple weeks ago or maybe last week, he went on Snap and totally like tried to throw me under the bus and say that I had a candle at my desk. I did physically have a candle at my desk, but I was not physically using the candle at my desk because I wanted to do an experiment. And then I was like, well, I want to do it there at work because I have refused to put a candle in my home in the last 8 years. So I found this candle, and I'm not going to put the brand of candle because that would just be wrong of me. So I have a candle. Ooh, look at them nails. Already got one hand down, girls. So it is called Tropical Breeze and Brazilian Palm. Fancy. Tropical Breeze and Brazilian Palm. It smells like I'm biased, guys. I wish I had somebody here to help me. My son is not in here and he's in trouble, so he should be in here. But anyways, it's just a candle. I don't know what that black thing is. Probably dust or something. It just feels gross too. It's like an oily wax, but we're getting there. So, I'm going to use this candle simply because, okay, first off, right off the bat, I read a warning. Warning. Burn within sight. No, ma'am. Keep away from things that catch fire. No, ma'am. Keep away from children and pets. No, ma'am. Remove all packaging before use. If any, place on protected heat-resistant level surface away from flammable items and heat sources. It's Febreze. No, it's not a Febreze candle. If that's what you're saying, Marco. Ew. Keep, okay, items, blah, 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 blah. Place on protected heat surface away from flammable items and heat sources. Avoid drafts. Trim wick to 1/4 inch between uses. No, keep wick trimmings and debris clear from wax pool. What is a wax pool? Like, I guess, ew. Who did all the laughing faces? I didn't get to see right away. Container might be hot. Handle with care and allow to cool before moving. Extinguish after 3 hours. Oh, I'm mad. That's you, Marco. You're laughing. I'm emotional right now. Extinguish after 3 hours. How many of y'all use candles? Ugh, if you're on my page and you use candles. But how many of you guys use candles and leave them on for longer than 3 hours? I've seen some people like they leave them on all the time. Okay. I didn't even know this about candles. You can't have them on for more than 3 hours. Wow. Do any of y'all use candles? Be honest. Do you use candles? Marco, you have to be using candles because you're yet to order from me. So, yeah, I just threw you out there like that. But, where was I going with that? How many of you guys read the warnings? Ah! Oh my God. Extinguish after 3 hours. Discontinue use when... Duh. Discontinue use when 1/2 inch of wax remains at the bottom. Oh no, you are a liar. You are a liar. If you tell me that you use your candle and you stop at Half an inch of wax remains at the bottom. Never leave a burning candle unattended. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. Made in the USA. Okay, we got that. These warnings, though. Who on here will admittedly tell me that you read the warnings to your candle? I have a box. I have a Scentsy box. Give me a second. Mejor no digo nada. I know, right? Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, Marco. Excuse my back. I don't even know what's up there. The dog food's still up there. Okay. Hola, mi amor. It's being violent as soon as he walks in. Okay, so she's in trouble.
What's she doing now?
She ran She ran after Red. Excuse that. That was a real moment right there. Important safety instructions. Electric warmer become hot. Do not touch. Okay, this is for a warmer. This is not just for your wax. And I'll have to admit, I really never read them. I think I read them a long time ago, but I figured that they're all the same. It says, please read the instructions contained in this box prior to operating the electrical wax warmer. Read and save all instructions. I've never done that. Do not place hands directly on the hot plate. Oh, this is for an element warmer. So what they mean by that is that these don't have light bulbs, so the plate is hot. So obviously, I mean, you're not going to put your hand on it. Okay. What? This electric warmer is to be used with Scentsy wax only and is not intended to be used for food, drinks, or dining services. Never use this appliance for other than its intended use. Please tell me none of my customers have been out there trying to melt their cheese wax, their cheese, or for nachos or dipping sauce or chocolate. Why would you do that? Why would that? It's in here because somebody's done it. I know. When electric warmer is in use, it may become very hot. Do not touch the electric warmer when in use. Hot wax may cause serious injury. Use caution when handling electrical warmer. Do not touch hot wax when in use. Do not add water to hot wax. That's obvious. Use caution when handling. The base may become very hot. Do not place warmer on sensitive, delicate, or flammable surfaces. Same thing as the candle. Always allow the base to cool before touching or moving. Place appliance on a stable surface where it cannot be tipped over. Same as the candle. Never allow the cord to hang over a counter edge or table or touch any hot surface. Failure to use as directed could cause damage and or fire. Obviously, a candle doesn't have that, so it's not going to have that warning in this thingamabob here. Unplug unit when not in use and before cleaning. For indoor use only. Never plug the appliance in with wet hands. Of course, you're not going to get any of that with a regular candle. Do not operate the appliance with a damaged cord. Did you guys know that Scentsy has a lifetime warranty? So if any of your electrical parts go bad, Scentsy will replace it for you. Do not operate the appliance with a damaged cord. Okay, we said that. If a supply cord is damaged, it must be replaced by the manufacturer. Short supply. This device is not to be used by people with altered or reduced physical, sensory, or mental capabilities, or those lacking instruction. Okay, perfect. Never in here did you see or hear a surface away from flammable items and heat sources. You don't have to trim a wick. Extinguish after 3 hours. You didn't hear that. I have Scentsys. When I had my house, I had Scentsys that I had never even unplugged or turned off ever. I never ever used to unplug or turn off my Scentsy warmers because I liked them and I used them for the nightlight. Here with Kenneth, he does not like light at all whatsoever. Like, at all. at night. Like he even covered, like he uses washcloth to like cover the lights on the clock, because we have like como se dice, we have a dear Lord. Oh, we have a noise machine and it has a clock on it. So he even covers that with a towel so that he has no light. He has to have no light. So at night, we all go around and turn off the Scentsy warmers, which is something I had never ever done. So, but one thing, our wax lasts a little bit longer, especially if we forget to turn it back on in the morning or we're in a hurry or whatnot. But this specifically tells you to turn off after 3 hours. I'm comparing, for those of you that are just popping on, I'm going to do the thing that I haven't done in like 8 years and use a candle. Ew. Yuck. But it's just for an experiment, a Scentsy experiment. I should have Tristan doing this for like science or whatnot. You know, homeschool, Scentsy Homeschool 101. So yeah, it specifically says extinguish after 3 hours. Marco, why are you like inboxing me right now? You're supposed to be watching the video, sir. Discontinue use when half an inch of wax remains at the bottom. Never leave a burning candle. I won't put your stuff out there. Never leave a burning candle unattended. So that means that you would, at night, so if I were to follow these instructions, I have to turn this on. You guys, you're late, but you're here. I love you, Kathy, and I miss you. And look, girl. Another aloe vera warmer came in. I don't know what I did and why I'm getting so many, but I did it, and no, ma'am. So I'm going to do something that I haven't done in over 8 years, and I am going to, first I'm going to finish these nails. I am going to, what did I do wrong? Oh, I messed up a whole bunch, didn't I? I am going to use a candle, guys, a candle. So I'll be coming back live just to watch. And okay, so what I was saying at the beginning is that my coworker totally went on his Snapchat and went on a rant because he saw a candle at my desk, and I'm like, no, it's an experiment. And he went off on me on Snapchat. He was like, no, she gets mad at me because I really will. I will not help them with paperwork or help them do anything if I see them drive into work with like the little trees for the car. I'm like, oh no, then if you don't need my Scentsy, then I don't need to help you. Yeah, I'm that secretary. So they always have to buy a scent circle or a car bar or something for me. And now that my coworker's mom sells it, I'm like, nope, I will literally snap. And that's why he did it to me, because I will Snapchat his mom and I'm like, girl, your son is driving into work with a little tree on his truck or whatnot. So he totally got me on Snapchat using or he thought I was using a candle. And I'm like, no, you got a candle, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I didn't get a candle, but this is why. And so I wanted to do it at work, but it would kind of go against with what I'm trying to say. And besides, I use Scentsy at work too, so I didn't want it to mix. And I'm not so upset that it's gonna mix here, but at least I'll be able to watch it. Obviously, as it says, never leave a burning candle unattended. Okay. Maybe I should do like some kind of reward program if you just turn in your candles. Like, nah, no ma'am. See? Nails done in just a small amount of time, 2 videos. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this right now. I was going to do it later, but let's do it together. And this is a moment that has not happened in years. Let me just finish this really quick. For those of you that didn't watch the last live, I am doing my nails. Those of you that know me and love me, or know me and just don't like me, but you're still here, know that I always have my nails done but I just haven't had the time. And now with the fact that everything is closed down, I don't have my nails done. And so my best friend is coming in clutch with the Color Street. So if you like to get your nails done and you're freaking out because your set is looking a little rough right now, get with your local Color Street consultant, and get you some of these nail strips that are super, super awesome and easy to do. I've been doing mine during my live here. If you don't have a lady and you need one, I know one. I know a few. I'm not even going to lie. I know a few. But my bestie is one too. So that is that. And I am almost completely done. And I love them. The fact that they're so easy. I'm not going to lie. My mom was called me yesterday. She's like, remember that nail stuff? I went to a party yesterday here. She lives in a over 55 park there in La Feria back home. And she's like, wait, the lady had a party. Ooh, then she can have a Scentsy party. I'm going to have my daughter jump on that when all this stuff is over. They were all meeting yesterday and they're like in a shelter in place. No, ma'am. Those old people. Anyways. Oh, I forgot one. So let's just do this now. I'm gonna do this. Pauline, I see you popping on. I'm going to actually use a candle. I'm not sharing the brand. I'm not gonna go against a brand. I'm not gonna trash talk. I say I'm not gonna trash talk, but I totally went on a rant about the warnings, right? So let's remember. Can I take this off? I cannot. Oh yes, I can. So I'm going to take off the warning labels so that I know the warnings, because like I said, I haven't burned a candle in 8 years. And even when I did burn candles, I never paid attention to the warning label. So we're going to put the warning label here. I don't think that'll affect it in any way, shape, or form. So biggest thing is never leave a burning candle unattended. Keep out of reach of children and pets. Our stuff is not... Okay, so we're going to do this. And it's going to get hot. You can't touch the wax. First time in over 8 years that I use a candle. Obviously not the first time I used a... Ew! Oh my god, you guys. Of course I've used birthday candles. But, wow. I can smell it burning. 1. It's literally on fire. 2. And it's not cute. It's not cute. I mean, the colors, okay. So they have warning labels, right? And I wasn't going after the warning label until I went to take off the package, and I noticed that there was a warning label at the bottom, and I decided to read it. And then I started to you need to go back and watch. I'm going to have to, so I could see my own reactions, because I know I was freaking out about some of these. Did you know that you're supposed to discontinue use when half an inch of wax remains at the bottom? I know so many people. I see them, they use it till the very end. But wow, it's still burning. Like, it's on fire. There's a fire in my home. No, man. It's been on fire for a while now. I don't know if I can come to the top and y'all can see. And it's like starting to melt the wax. And so their big issue here is to keep away from children. Never leave the very last sentence, never leave a burning candle unattended. Best part about Scentsy is look, this is a tiny little house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just this living room kitchen area, I have 5 going right now. And let me show you something that I do at my events and stuff. I'm just gonna do the top of my fingers. This is an older warmer that the owner of the company ordered from me before I even worked here. So these are not available no more. But look, or maybe I can turn it around. Okay, here it is. See, it's got our company logo on it or whatnot. Fine. So The candle specifically said, keep away from children, keep away from pets, don't leave unattended, blah 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 blah. Is it warm? Yes. Is it hot? It's not burning hot. Is it? It's warm. It's warm. It's warm to the touch. I'm touching it. Check this out. The good thing about Scentsy wax, I'm going all the way down. The good thing about Scentsy wax is it's like supernatural. You know, it's made from paraffin wax. So the same thing when you get a manicure or a pedicure and you do a paraffin wax, it's made of the same exact wax. I'm going to come back. So you saw that I did not burn myself. I did not. It's still there. I'm letting it harden. So if your grandbaby, your littles, your pets, I've seen some consultants they're like, I'm just going to have to cut my dog's hair or my cat's hair because the cat walks by with its fluffy little tail and it dips it and doesn't even notice. And then it's got hardened wax on the end of the tail. So there's the wax. I'm just going to bend my finger. And I don't suggest you do it, but if you need a paraffin wax real quick, I'm going to tell you that with the whole washing of the hands and people's hands are dry, that's all I did. See, look, all I'm doing is that. Ta-da! And it's really smooth. So it's not like it's doing, and I'm just going to put it back in there because it still smells good. So that's the best part about Scentsy is that I can leave it unattended if my grandson goes in there. I totally trust my products that if my grandson goes and sticks his hand in there, nothing's going to happen to him. When I first started dating Kenneth, I gifted some warmers and wax to his daughter. And I didn't realize till months later when she told me, I really stopped using Scentsy because my son burned himself. And I was like, what? We were actually at one of her cousin Diamond was hosting a party when she told me, she's like, yeah, I really didn't use it until you gave it to me because I had stopped using Scentsy because Grayson had 3rd-degree burns to his face and chest, I believe. And I was like, that doesn't sound right, She's like, oh yeah, it happened. And Diamond was like, yeah, but you were using something from Walmart or H-E-B or somewhere. And she's like, oh yeah, you're right. So there was the problem one. Those warmers have the same, I should go buy one and the wax and just for comparison. Maybe I'll do that once we can go to Walmart. But their warmers also state, I've heard, I've never bought one, so I don't know, but they state to turn them off because they do get super, super hot. I know of a time that somebody tried blaming Scentsy for it again, and it was one that they had bought somewhere else. They do get super hot. They do ask that you turn them off. And so when he was jumping on the bed, he pulled down on the warmer and the wax fell on him and he had 3rd-degree burns on him. You just saw me stick my whole finger in there a couple of times. I've sometimes bumped one. I bumped one a couple of months ago in the restroom and it like spilled on my hand. And I know I shared it. And naturally I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's Scentsy. It's not going to burn me. And so my skin was super soft. But it didn't burn me. Scentsy does not get to high temperatures. It does not have a flame. I'm like staring at the flame right here. There's a flame in my house. Like an open flame. So if I stood here and somebody came over and dropped this napkin, like it's gonna catch on fire. And I can drop this in there and all it's gonna do is soak up my wax. I'm freaking out, guys. So I'm gonna watch it. And I'm just freaking out that there is a candle in my home right now. And there is an open flame in my house right now. Tell me how many of you use candles. I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm going to be upset. But I'm not going to be super mad. And maybe I'll think of doing some type of incentive if you just turn in your candles and stop the madness. There's an open flame in my house. Do you want to try it? Do you think I should try it? Let's try it. Okay. So Obviously, we can do it here right now. If I put this here in my Scentsy, it didn't do nothing but soak up wax. I'm really close. Don't try this at home. If I drop this on the candle, it's already flaming. Yeah, I can't. No, ma'am. I cannot. Why do people use candles? Kenneth's gonna come and ask why it smells. Why do people use candles? And then when you have littles at home, am I being biased? Am I being horrible? Do you see how easy that was? I'm not saying that I didn't know it was gonna catch on fire. I know it was gonna catch on fire. But the ease that it was for that to catch on fire, that was ridiculously crazy. Especially if you have littles in the house. Or you have older people in the house. Like, that's horrible. I'm so sad right now that there's literally a candle on in my house. And let me tell you, not just because of now I can really smell that napkin burning. I can really smell it in the house. But my house smells good to begin with. Maybe I should turn off all my Scentsy warmers and see. I will do that. I'm going to turn off the Scentsy warmers just so that I don't have like a super bias over the scent. Because I'm literally sitting over the candle and I don't smell it. I smell the flame. I smell wax. Like wax. Not a scented wax. I smell the wax. Like just the ugly. Right there I can smell it, but it's hot. My lashes are like melting off. I breathed and I turned it off. I cannot with myself. That smells horrible, one. Let's turn it back on. I was breathing next to it. Big girl breathes hard, so. Wow. So every time you leave, you got to turn it off. And then turn it back on. Okay, it's back on. Let's not let the big girl breathe next to it. So I literally had to put it up to my nose to smell it. I smell wax. Right now I smell fire because one, I put it out, and two, the burning napkin. But no, I would never do that again. Ever. I used to burn incense too. Like when I was in the military, it was a big thing. Like in Fort Hood, there was a bunch of places that sold just incense. Or they sold a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of not good stuff. But they sold incense, and a lot of us in the barracks, we would go and buy incense for our barracks so that it would smell good. I wish I knew Scentsy. Scentsy was not around back then. Scentsy wasn't, I'm old. Scentsy was not around when I was in the military, so I used candles then, and I used incense. And I wish Scentsy would have been such a different experience when I was in the military. Wow. It's been a stressful day. It's been a stressful hour. So, I will come back and we will have the chronicles of a non-Scentsy scented thingy in my house. A candle. This is why I don't like when people call Scentsy candles. Because they're not candles. We're warmers. We're wax and warmers. These are candles. These are flame. That's why we're called like wickless stuff. Because this is just horrifying. So, stay tuned to my Snapchat. Stay tuned to my Facebook story. Stay tuned to here. And we will follow the journey of the candle in my home. All right. Thanks, guys. Sorry I act a fool all the time. Have a good one.